transmission. It was a loop stage, laps, and the camera pitched down and focused on a puddle. And the only way I could keep in touch with what was going on was as the race came by, I got a flash picture on reflection, so kind of upside down of those who were racing as they came by, and then the puddle just rippled a little bit. And I knew that I then had to wait another 10 minutes before they came by again. And yeah, that was a struggle. But got through it, and I kind of thought to myself, well, if I can talk about a puddle for 40 minutes, then we should be okay. But we're puddling, Brian.
What about the race? We went up to the top of this mountain, and there was about 6 vans.
That's right.
And they were all windowed vans, and it was facing the sun. They never kind of thought about that.
Yeah.
So when in the van, the sun was shining straight in at us. We couldn't even see the monitors.
Yeah. Well,
we had to cover up the windows.
Yeah, you see what we do for you. Yeah. Oh, we've had. I remember when Vincenzo Nibali won in a blizzard on Tirreno, and there was absolutely no pictures at all, and we stuck with it, waiting for him to emerge out of the blizzard. And then the bikes arrived, and they gave us the tapes in those days. Gave us the tapes, and they said, right, well, you're going to just play the tapes, and you're going to commentate the whole race again. I sort of just done the non-race, and then we had to do it in replay with the tapes off the bikes. So we do struggle for our craft, but hopefully it's not been too much of a struggle for you. Well, it's the last 500 metres. This is what we're going to get, Brian. This is it. It's the George Hincapie.
Yeah, we are. I think I did a race. I think it was last year. I got this shot about 300 metres to go. The finish. I always find highlights. When I did the Tour of Britain one year, it was off tape, and we'd be sitting there afterwards getting the tape in, and have to do the highlights, cut it down, and it's a hard job. And we were seconds away from doing it pretty much live. We should have just done it live anyway, but yeah, some of when you look back at some of these things, you appreciate when you are in a good race and getting up to date, real good pictures. And I have to say the crew in Belgium, whenever we do races in Belgium, they're always, we get all the graphics, we get all, the updates
get
and everything
spoiled,
like
don't we?
Yeah.
So still we wait. When you get the police bikes through and the sirens going, that's when you really know that they're coming. This looks like the publicity caravan with the big circus coming to town, microphone on the top.
That's the announcer.
You're going to have to clear the course. There we are.
He's got 5 minutes.
He has, yeah.
So you get this vehicle that goes ahead of the race, telling everybody what's happening in the race. I hope he's got some information to actually give out.
It's a shame we're not there. He could hand us the piece of paper. Yes, George Hincapie.
That was Colorado.
Was it Colorado?
Yeah.
Thank you. It was. What year would that have been? About 2015, something like that?
Yeah, a long time ago.
It was. No, it must have been more. It must have been more than that, because I think he's been off the bike for.
No, I would have been in my 20s then.
Yeah, I think.
So you wouldn't get this if we were out in the road. You wouldn't get this singing at the end.
Yeah, are you sure it wasn't the US Pro Challenge? No,
Yeah, in Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah, into Aspen. That was it. It was into Aspen. Yeah. Let's find out what the gap was. No, George came in and beat TJ Van Garderen in the sprint, but they came out of came down the hill to Aspen. That's right. It was. It was Aspen, the ski resort, because that's why they were all eating burgers and drinking beers and looking fabulous. And we were just waiting for George to arrive. He got there. Oh gosh, 2011 it was. That's 12 years ago now, Brian.
12.
I know. Amazing.
Been doing this a long time.
I know. So yeah, my daughter was born. There you are. Here, it's not the police bikes just yet, but the snappers have been. That's somebody who's had enough pictures. Start squinting because they'll come at us as a rush. This is going to be a challenge, Brian. You ready?
My money's still on Gaviria.
Yeah, me too. We can actually do a sort of a mock call and then see if it's right.
You could warm up a little bit.
Nah.
Give us a song.
You know, my dear brother Paul, he actually bought himself, he said everyone's going to have a turn, you know, it's like, high fives going on here. Yeah, being from a sort of a Scots-Irish family, which we are, you're expected to have a party turn going on. As the race director's coming out here. Yeah, so my brother just learnt how to play There She Goes by the Lars. He can't read music, can't play music, but he can play that on a steel guitar. So if ever you go round to his house, lovely. He'll play you that, he can't play anything else. Just learnt the finger positions, literally. But anyway, we digress. 4.5 hours they've been in the saddle. It feels like more than that, Brian.
Yeah, they're boarding up now, so it looks as if we're not that far away. So if you're at home, put everything down. Concentrate on this last 500 metres because they're not that far away.
This is the only camera we've got. I don't think there's any cameras further up the course. It looks like we've got one boom camera working here.
Finishing flag is out.
That's your lot. So there we are. He's got the old checkered flag waiting. I don't know. This one we're going to be talking about in another 11 years if we're lucky enough, Brian. It's a 3 kilometre straight, more or less. So I mean, if you really after that gag, but anyway. Waiting for them to appear. They clearly think that they're going to be here. Now, if that helicopter was a description of where they happened to be, and I think it was, maybe putting something in the bank for later on. Here comes the police bikes, as we were saying. So this is security, just making sure that the course is clear. One last check. At least you're getting to see this as well, I guess. Just making sure that everything is clear and safe for everyone. Do you mind? Off the.
You have to go down the deviation.
Oh, dear. Well, still got a little while.
Bang the boards.
Yeah, exactly. They're asking for it. Deviation flags are off. Is that transit van going to take note of it? Yes. So deviation is in place. Ready, everybody?
3 kilometres to go. 3 kilometres to go.
You just heard that. Well, police coming through, so that is final security checks, and we won't be that far behind. So that's a warning to everybody. Here we go then. Applauso for the police, and then for presumably Fernando Gaviria or Peter Sagan. Still can't see. 4 minutes and 4 hours and 33 in the saddle. Finally. We've got some riders and still very much bunched together, Brian.
I said that earlier. No flyers yet. Inside the last 3 kilometres.
Your crystal ball is amazing. So you got a little bit of drone picture. We've been droning on all day, just waiting for this finale. We knew that we'd actually see them cross the line, but that's about the best of it. I mean, squint as well as you might. Look for the dark jerseys of the Movistar team, of course, with the Brazilian champion in white as well. They spread across the road. It's got to be Gaviria. We'll be looking for Albert Torres to help him out in that regard. We've got a flyer. Who is it, though, Brian? It's anybody's guess for the time being.
It is, but it's going to be very difficult to do this you know, the group behind are in full cry here. So it's not as easy as what Quinn Simmons did yesterday, but as suspected, this is what we're going to get in the run into the finish.
Lund Andersson's in a great place in the yellow jersey. Thankfully, we can pick him out. He's in about P5 at the moment, just surfing the centre of the road. He's in fact, he's moved up into 4th place for the time being. He will have sustained the climbs better than most, will Lund Andersson. Leads the young riders classification, might be leading the whole race by the end of today. Sam Bennett, of course, was in the early break, has found himself modestly cast asunder. He's got a lead-out man as well, Lund Andersson. I think it's Niklas Markel who's working for him at the moment. 4 hours and 35 in the saddle, and there it is, dead centre of the road, picks it up, and Pippo Garner has gone for a long one. He's over by the barriers. Surely they're not going to catch him, but Gaviria's on his case. Garner with Gaviria. Peter Sagan's also in the frame here. Looks like we've got a little bit of skirmishing. He's going to hang on. No, Gaviria coming through. Sagan's trying to get round as well. Unfortunately, Pippo Garner just failing here, and it is as suspected. Gaviria takes it ahead of Peter Sagan. Some good work in the very last here. Oh, but you didn't see much of the day, did you? Good thinking from Pippo Garner to go long. Could not quite hold on to it, I'm afraid. Good strategy in the end, rolled the dice, but in the end, as predicted, Fernando Gaviria takes the day, and Movistar will be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, they certainly will, and they worked for that today. You can see what it means to them. Gaviria getting his first stage win here in San Juan with his new team, and they rode on the front pretty much all day behind to chase the breakaway and get that victory. Looks like we got a dog on the course as well down the finishing straight, but good effort there from Filippo Ganna. We thought there would be some movement. We never saw the run-in to see whether the world champion had to go there, but Gaviria was astute to that. He knew these attacks would come, got in the slipstream of Ganna and swept past them, and Sagan just didn't have the legs to go with Gaviria when he went.
Thought we were going to have a crash there. It was the riders avoiding the dog. Hopefully the beast is okay, and thankfully everyone else stayed upright. I was just being attended to at the side of the road there. Don't wish to dwell on that too much. Great that we got to see the finish. Wonderful as well that Filippo Garner decided